St. Gabriel's Church, Comeau Hill. In August of 1769, Father Charles Francois Bailly de Messine visited the region of Cape Sable and celebrated masses along the shore of the newly settled hamlets in the area. When he arrived in Comeau Hill, he said Mass in the shade of a giant rock that became known as La Roche à Saint-Pierre, or St. Peter's Rock in English, near the home of Léon Jacquard. It would be another 116 years until the people of Comeau Hill could attend Mass in their own village. Father Ambrose Parker, known colloquially as Le Bon Père Parker, was assigned to Tusket Wedge from 1883 to 1888. He lamented that the people of Comeau Hill had no chapel to use on those Sundays they were unable to make the trek to Saint Michel, or St. Michael's in English, and he vowed to remedy the situation. By September 8, 1885, Father Parker said the first Mass in the newly built chapel. As a mission of St. Michael's, it measured 40 by 30 feet and stood at 18 feet tall. Named for the Archangel, St. Gabriel was a logical choice for a patron. St. Gabriel's survived the Great Fire of 1897, which nearly razed the entire village, only to burn down on Palm Sunday on April 9, 1933. The whole structure was reduced to ash except for the statue of St. Teresa. Afterward, Mass was held in the local school. Work on the second church began on July 10, 1933, by Jacques Potier of Belleville. Nearly 1,000 people gathered on September 3rd of that year for the blessing of the cornerstone. The completed church was blessed and opened for public worship on August 8, 1934. St. Gabriel's was established as a parish in 1929 with Pinckney's Point as its mission. However, due to declining attendance, the church again became a mission, first of Wedgeport by the mid-1980s and again of St. Ambrose of Yarmouth in the early 2010s. In 2024, St. Gabriel's Church is no longer an active place of worship. It closed on July 5, 2015, and the building has since been demolished. Only a statue of St. Gabriel remains, a reminder that a church once stood between it and the cemetery.